CloudTrade's rule system, part 6, intervention and completion. CloudTrade's rule system aims for complete document processing automation. There are some cases, however, where a human operator has to play a part in this. This is exceptional. We don't imagine that human operators are going to be involved very often. We expect the documents to go through our system unaided 99% of the time. Indeed, at the time of this presentation, we're processing 40,000 documents a day with less than 1% intervention, and half of them only require intervention because the rules themselves haven't been written when the document arrives. We discovered a while ago it's easy to just let people start sending their documents and then do a sort of rules catch-up after they arrive. Unlike systems you might have seen elsewhere, our human interface is a breakout part of the process, not an integral part of the process. In other words, instead of doing something like this, where we capture and then we pass it to a human for verification, we do something like this. We go through our analytical capture, and we optionally go and ask a human for help before passing it on. We don't look at every document. Well, obviously, this human beings can't process documents as they arrive, and as I said, this is not an every document sort of system. We break out and use a web-based intervention completion system to handle queues of work and so on, so that the human operators can come along at their leisure and pick up the stuff that the analytical capture system has said needs some disambiguation. And in fact, the rules writers have a lot of control about how that disambiguation system works. They control the UI, the user interface, and how the stuff that comes back is interpreted, and even if they go back to the user for more information. This means that if we need to, we can have different documents coming through our rule system, basically providing completely different user interface experiences, because we're asking different questions. We call our system intervention stroke completion because of two use cases. Intervention is where the rules system produces a sort of a question and answer form that it sends up to the user, which could be anything really. It's completely under the control of the rules, and it can be any sort of disambiguation that it might need. With completion, we're sort of in a different realm really. Here the rule system has captured everything it can, and now it realizes that not everything was there. So it passes control to a user to allow the user to fill in the gaps. When you come back from completion, you don't rerun the rules, because the user may well have overridden actually some of the stuff that was that the rule system captured. But these two facilities give the rules writer a user interaction service, which they can use in whatever way they like. Most of the time, the individual rules writers actually don't manage this interaction. It's handled by more generic rules, which are written by the people who set up our particular customers. CloudTrade also maintains a centralized SQL database, which the rules system can use if we want to do any sort of persistent data or multiple transaction operation. The rules writer can also jump out into Prolog to do some heavy logical work, and if necessary, drop out into the .NET environment, and we can even implement .NET based lookups across the internet. These systems basically give a whole load of power to the rules writer if the rules writer needs it. Most of the time, of course, the rules writers are working in a much sort of simpler environment than this. They don't have to do all of that sort of stuff.